What is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's plan for next season? Well, we know that he likes young talent, presumably British, but who does he want to buy and how does he want to play next season? Both of these will be answered in this video. Hello and welcome back to Alice Talks Football, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about what is Solskjaer's plan next season, what are the key players he wants to bring to Manchester United next season, and how does he plan to line up next season. Now, a few videos ago I touched on a report by the Manchester Evening News basically saying that Solskjaer wants to bring in a playmaker, so like a number 10, a cam, a winger, presumably right-sided winger, and a central midfielder. And other reports back in February said that Solskjaer also wanted to bring in a striker. However, I think now with Ighalo and the possibility of Ighalo saying that a striker isn't the first choice option, I think he's hoping to get Ighalo for another 2 seasons. There were other reports that Ole was going to be backed this transfer window, which he pretty much confirmed in a recent interview with Sky Sports, basically saying that he's confident he's going to get the players he wants. Manchester United, they're going to spend a lot this summer. They're not going to be financially affected by the current pandemic going on. They're looking into a few players, they're looking to do a big spend, and they're confident they're going to get the players they want and bring in who they want. So he was basically confirming that Manchester United are going to spend this summer, and he's confident he's going to get his key targets, which are a central midfielder, a playmaker, a winger, and possibly a striker. But who are these key players he wants and how does he plan to line up next season? Well, before I get into that, please take 1 second to quickly hit that like button and then subscribe down to Alice Talks Football if you have not already, so you don't miss daily Manchester United related content from me. So at the moment it looks like it's going to be a very exciting transfer window for Manchester United, with the reports that Ole will be backed, and Ole kind of confirming that himself. Now, what kind of player does Ole want? So over the last year, Ole's kind of spoke about the kind of players he wants to bring to Manchester United. He says he doesn't want to bring superstars with massive wages to Manchester United anymore. He wants to bring young talents, ones with big potentials that see Manchester United as the next step in their career. They see it as a step up. They want to come, they're willing to work hard, they want to play for Manchester United. It's like a dream move for them. They're young, exciting and hard working. And all the players that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has brought in have sort of seen Manchester United as a step up. They've all wanted to come to Manchester United. It's all been their dream move. And all his signings have been successful. So his kind of philosophy with the kind of players he wants for Manchester United, I think, has been very successful. We know that Ole likes young players and presumably British players. So who are these targets that he's hoping to get and he's confident he's going to bring to Manchester United next summer? Well, the first one's being really obvious. He wants a right-sided winger. And what right-sided winger fits the profile of a player he wants that we've been constantly linked to? Jadon Sancho, of course. Ole's confident he's going to get his number 1 target. Who is his number 1 target? Jadon Sancho. Have we been linked to any other wingers? No. Does Jadon Sancho fit Ole's profile? Yes. Reliable journalists have confirmed the reports that Manchester United will go all in for Jadon Sancho. Reliable journalists have confirmed that Dortmund will sell Sancho for a reasonable price, and Manchester United are willing to pay that reasonable price, and that Sancho wants to go to Manchester. So at this moment in time, Jadon Sancho to Manchester United is very likely. And now we know Ole wants him, because with Jadon Sancho, Manchester United will have a deadly front three, and we need a deadly front three like every top team. Rashford on the left, Martial striker, Sancho on the right. He has a front three, he can play the 4-2-3-1 system, which he's played all this season pretty much, his preferred system, with Martial striker, Bruno Cam, Rashford off the left, Sancho off the right. That's a deadly front four. He could even play a 4-3-3 with Rashford, Martial and Sancho, which is pretty deadly. And the other thing about Manchester United, which I touched on yesterday's video, is 31% of our attacks are down the right-hand wing. That's the least amount of attacks down the right in the whole league. Now you've got a world-class right winger on the right-hand side. We're going to have a lot more attacks down the right. We're going to be less predictable and better. And the other thing is, we know Manchester United are very confident they're going to get Jadon Sancho, hence why we're not really being linked to any other wingers. And Ole seemed very confident in the interview he was going to get his man. I know that was an obvious one, but Jadon Sancho is a player that looks very likely to come to Manchester United. However, we've got to know that there's a few months until the transfer window opens, because there's going to be delays. So it could change, but right now, he wants a winger, preferably a right-sided winger. Jadon Sancho, he fits the profile. Manchester United are also looking at a playmaker. Now, there's 2 playmakers that have been linked to Manchester United more than anyone else, in James Maddison and Jack Grealish. Both brilliant young players, both fit Ole's profile of English young talent. Manchester United's the next step in their career. They'd want to come to Manchester United. They'd want to play for Manchester United. But we have been linked to Grealish a lot more than Maddison, I think, because Grealish is a more affordable, better value for money kind of player. And Bleacher's report came out like a few days ago and said Jack Grealish to Manchester United expect it to happen. Like, expect it to happen. Again, Manchester United are confident about getting Grealish and Sancho, by Ole's words. Obviously he didn't go, we're going to get Grealish and Sancho, but Ole said he's confident he's going to get the players he wants, and we know the two players he wants more than any other players are Grealish and Sancho. So the first two on this list are obvious, but with Jack Grealish, he wants a playmaker, but how is he going to line up with a playmaker if he's got Bruno Fernandes? Well, Grealish could either be a backup playmaker, so Bruno is injured or not fit, Grealish plays in the camera, but Grealish can also play on the left, so he can be rotation to Rashford. Man United could even play the 4-2-3-1, but with Bruno at CDM, Grealish at cam. Manchester United could play the 4-3-3, with Grealish and Bruno as number 8, and you can bring in like a CDM, or play Matic, McTominay, or Fred at the CDM, with, you know, you've got Sancho, Rashford, Martial ahead. You know, or Manchester United might think, oh, we want to put Grealish and Fernandes in the same formation, so that, you know, we've seen them do it a few times where Man United have actually gone to a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, and they could do Bruno at cam. I mean, they could do Grealish at cam, then Bruno as like a number 8 with Fred and McTominay and even Pogba if he stays, or they could do a 4-2-2-2. Like, there's lots of ways Manchester United could line up with Grealish, and I know that Manchester United want Grealish because we need another playmaker, because if Bruno Fernandes gets injured and Pogba leaves, we have no playmakers in the team. Now, Grealish and Sancho are pretty obvious. We all know that Ole wants Grealish and Sancho to Manchester United, but who is this central midfielder that Ole wants? Ole wants a central midfielder, but who is this? Is it Zakaria? Is it Zakaria? He's more of a CDM. Is it Milinkovic-Savic? Is it Jude Bellingham? We've been linked to all of them a little bit, but who have we been linked to the most? Jude Bellingham. And out of those 4 players I've listed, 2 of them fit Solskjaer's profile the most in Zakaria and Bellingham. Bellingham, British, Bellingham, Tour Carrington, Bellingham been linked to more. Now, with Bellingham, it's still not certain if Ole will get him. It's looking likely that Ole's going to get Sancho and Grealish, but with Bellingham, it's still a 50-50. But we know that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants Bellingham. But, like, where would he fit in? Where is he in the plan for next season? If you want my honest opinion, I think we'd get Bellingham and we'd loan him back to Birmingham for a year. I can't see him in the plan of the team just yet. However, if we went for a Zakaria, I can see him going, boop, CDM role. Bellingham's only 16, so I think our plan is to probably get him, put him on loan, and he's there for the future. And we know that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is looking at future stars as well as current stars. He just wants young players that want to come to us. Now, what about striker? So we know that Ole wants a central midfielder, cam and winger, and we've covered them 3, but he also wants a striker. Well, presumably, I think they want to get Grealish to stay for a year or 2. However, they've been linked to Timo Werner, Osimhen, Harry Kane. Now, Timo Werner would be good. Don't think it's likely. Maybe next summer. I can't see us getting Sancho and Werner. Osimhen may be the most likely out of the options. Young fits the profile, and Harry Kane, young fits the profile. But I cannot see Manchester United spending 200 million on Harry Kane. So if you want my honest opinion, I think Ighalo will stay. I think we will offer Ighalo a contract unless we're gonna get Osimhen or something. And I think Ole's plan is to have Ighalo permanently, get Bellingham, get Sancho, get Grealish, maybe I would look at Neves and Zakaria as well, but I think they're the 4 players Ole wants to bring to Manchester United. And by the players that he's looking at, I think he still wants to continue playing the 4-2-3-1 system. He's looking at cams, like a playmaker and a right winger and a striker. I think he still wants to play the 4-2-3-1 system because all the players he's looking at suits a counter-attacking style of football, because he's looking at like pacey kind of players. And Jack Grealish, we need him if we're going to play the 4-2-3-1. So that was my video on how Ole Gunnar Solskjaer plans to line up next season with Manchester United, what his plans are, and, you know, as I've said, his plans are, I think, keep Ighalo, get Bellingham, get Sancho, get Grealish. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have not already, please hit that like button, and then subscribe down below to Alice Talks Football so you don't miss daily football-related content from me. All the players that he's been linked to heavily are obviously Bellingham, Grealish, Sancho, and they've all kind of fitted the profile of the type of player that Ole wants to bring to Manchester United. And we know that he's confident that he's going to get the players he wants to Manchester United, and we know he's going to spend big this summer, apparently, according to, because he sounded like it in his interview. If you haven't already, as I said earlier, hit that like button and subscribe down to Alice Talks Football, as it means a lot. Thank you for watching. I read and reply to most of my comments. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time.